There's nothing like a fall ride, let's be honest. Here in DC on an R9T today, and I'm gonna do a little moto vlogging for you guys as we ride around the city. I'm going to a contemporary art museum called the Glenstone. Let me close my visor. You can hear me better. Called the Glenstone in Potomac. It's a beautiful day, 70 degrees, sunny. And since I work West Coast hours, usually I have a little bit of time in the morning. Yeah, I've got this R9T for 2 days. This is my last day before I have to take it back a little later. It's been a pretty good bike. I was always curious about these things, like what do people see in them? They have an air-cooled, horizontally opposed twin, makes 115 horsepower or so. Doesn't sound great, but there is something charming about the sound and the torque. In a way, it feels more like an Italian bike in terms of its character. You get a big shimmy when it starts up, heated grips, cruise control, fairly comfortable seat. Suspension isn't the best I've ever ridden. It's not that refined. It's pretty rough in the back. It's off the line for sure. The cool thing with the R9T is you have 5-6 different versions of the bike. You got the R9T Pure today, you got a scrambler, you got a cafe racer, you got an urban GS, which is kind of like a GS Lite. Something for everyone, but it's a pricey bike for what you get. If you compare it features wise to anything else it's against, it's not going to win in terms of value, but I think people buy this because of the style and just the vibe of the bike. There's something about getting on a bike in 2025, not changing any modes, just getting on and riding. And I think if you value that, you would love this bike. I never owned a bike when I lived in DC, but I'm starting to realize this would be a great place to ride if you live on the East Coast. I love the mechanical click of the lever. Hopefully you guys can hear that. Very satisfying. It's almost like a gated shifter on a manual. On an old Ferrari or something. I had a friend ask me what the best way to rent a motorcycle is if you're traveling. If you're in the US, there are two kinds of places you can rent from. A traditional vehicle rental place, the Hertz or budget. The one you want to go with for motorcycles is called Eagle Rider. Typically it's a little more expensive, but it'll have your GS's, your Harleys, and whatnot. Then there are apps that work more like Turo, so person-to-person rentals. And there you got two choices. You got Ridershare and you got Twisted Road. Ridershare is probably the more established one. Probably has a better selection, slightly more expensive, mostly because of the insurance costs. So, you know, a bike may be $50 to $100 a day to rent, but then the insurance could be $150 a day. And they do put a deposit on your credit card. Twisted Road is the cheapest by far because insurance cost is less, but typically you don't have as many bikes to choose from, so it really depends what you're looking for. I think this was a big reason why I wanted to come back to the East Coast. Just experience the seasons again. LA was great for all the things it provided, all the events, always something to do, but it's the type of city it is, I don't think I vibe with as much. These cities that are just like urban sprawl and a bunch of smaller towns mixed together, connected by a few interstates that are called the city. It's not the type of place you can get around biking, walking, or with public transit. I think I struggle with that a little bit. Glad I tried it. Met some great people out there. Hopefully friends that I'll call friends for life. And it's funny being home. You have all these random memories of your past life. I think this is where my driving instructor would take me. And the way they would do it is they had 2 students in the car at a time. I don't know if that's a great idea, to be honest, but the girl that would drive after me lived over here, so we'd always kind of end my lesson here, pick her up, and then she would drive me to my spot and drop me off.